do the most. Fuck around, get your dumb ass smoke, make you hide that bitch, and put a poke. Yeah, I took a little night off on you niggas. You know what I'm talking about? I had to get some rest. Had to get myself back to normal. You know what I'm saying? So I took a little night off on you niggas. But we back, chat. We waiting to everybody, get in here. Some of y'all, I talk like this in the beginning too, cause a lot of y'all don't just sit here and look at the camera, cause a lot of you motherfuckers gonna watch this shit later, nigga, and be like, that shit was funny, nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? So the chat, Maddie first in the building. What up, Maddie? First things first, gang. Shout out Maddie in the building. But yeah, chat, gotta make sure we start the show, man. I gotta, man. The internet. They say the internet just keeps on giving, bro. The internet just keeps on giving, man. So I got a great show, a lot to talk about, a lot to engage y'all with. You know what I'm saying? I do see the TSD view. We looking good, man. This is a good little view. Still making investments, chat. Still working on all these computer systems and OBS and cameras and so we can be live streaming instead of just streaming. We live streaming now, but I want to be on a streaming platform with this shit. So we working out everything, working out all the kinks. I spent some money I probably shouldn't have spent today. You know what I mean? That's just how we gonna keep it. That's how we gonna rock. Keep growing. Keep investing. Keep making sure we climb. We build, and feels good. Feels good, man. I've been busting my ass making a couple more coins that I can rub together, man. Very blessed. Kids is happy. They doing good. Daughter's got a birthday coming up, so everything's been dope, man. Back to work. I know a lot of people not back to work yet. Some people places of employment is still flooded. So sorry to hear that. I really didn't think about it that way until I heard it from a customer that they can't even go back to work because their place of work got flooded. So yeah, horrible. Some people out of job right now, man. That really sucks. But we're gonna stay in good spirits this show. We got a lot to talk about. We're gonna do some deep dives. We got some crazy information to release that nobody knows and nobody's seen yet, chat. So hold your horses, get your fucking popcorn ready. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maddie first in the chat. We love you, Maddie. Hope you had a good day today. Shout out to everybody in the chat already. I see the chat filling up. We got 4 in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, man, we gonna get right into it. Y'all know we always got a dope song for y'all to start off with. I usually play Fly song. I usually play Fly's joint, but today I dropped the song this morning. It took me all last night to get it done, but what up, Coop? What's up, Coop? But yeah, I did drop a new song last night, chat. So y'all please go check it out. It's called Spaceship Boom. It's a song I did probably probably about 3-4 years ago. I did Spaceship Boom. I just never really released it. So I'm gonna be releasing music for y'all. I dropped some this morning. Please go check it out whenever you get the chance. But to start the show, I usually play Fly. We're gonna play Fly later on in the show. But to start this bitch off, shout out Blaming this bitch was sturdy before he was dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna get this new joint I got out. It's called Spaceship Boom. So and I really appreciate all y'all for supporting me with this joint. It do mean a fucking lot. TSD gang, like always got a nigga back. So I had some shit queued over here, chat. Let's see what's going on. I have some stuff queued here. Yeah, here we go. I knew I had some stuff queued, but I should have queued the song. Shout out to everybody texting me right now. I can't talk back with the text. Hey, bro, say heard the sound fire. Hey, thanks, Blame. Thank you so much. Thank you, chat. If you haven't heard the new song, chat, I'm gonna play it for y'all right now. Coop said it's fire. Yo, thank y'all for real, man, for real. As an artist, man, when you putting out these vibes and these jams, you trying to do your best. This is like later on in the show, probably like hour 3. I'm gonna play a bunch of shit y'all ain't heard, but we just got here, chat. So we got a long show to go. But yeah, about hour 3, chat. Shout out BJ in the building. What up, BJ? But yeah, let's get in the spaceship, boom.
I know you. Let's go. Live. I know what she side. Fresh.
This is a Holland
Like
beat.
you, the way she moves, she got the moves, yeah. The way she moves, just like you. Let's go. Never see no nigga like me. I ain't never seen no girl like you. I ain't never seen no woman move the way she moves. She got the moves, give you the world if you let me. I know your ex-man was your pet peeve. Hop in the spaceship, then let it go boom. We turn my bass up, then let it go boom. You ain't never seen a nigga like me. I ain't never seen no girl like you. I ain't never seen no woman move the way she moves. She got the moves, give you the world if you let me. I know your ex-man was your pet peeve. Hop in the spaceship, then let it go boom. And turn the bass up, then let it go boom. Then let it go boom. Baby, hola, como está? Nice to meet you, ma. All about my cheese like a pizzeria. Said it cause it sound hot. Not cause I think that's what you want. Honestly, I think not. Let's cook it up, let's cook it up. We 2 D's in the pot. Like, hello folks, I'm D Miles. Got a scampi 35 shrimp on it. Don't mind the apron with the stain on it. Got a mountain milk with your name on it. I'm bad. Let's go, sauce. Michael Jack said so. Get a little this, it's hard to let go. She get a little that, you know I'm on go. With it, I'm nothing but good karma. Stand up guy like a statue. Loving her tattoos, wow. Grab her, then eat her up now. You get the fork in the towel. Self-esteem up, but I keep on going down. Know I'm the man, you can tell me now. Fuck what they say, cause it's really what I'm about. Women, I'm nothing but good karma. Stand up guy like a statue. Loving her tattoos, wow. Grab it and eat her up now. You get the fork in the towel. Self-esteem up, but I keep on going down. You know I'm the man, you can tell me now. Fuck what they say, cause this really what I'm about. No nigga like me. I ain't never seen no girl like you. I ain't never seen no woman move the way she moves. She got the moves, give you the world if you let me. I know your ex-man was your pet peeve. Hop in the spaceship, then let it go boom. We turn my bass up, then let it go boom. You ain't never seen a nigga like me. I ain't never seen no girl like you. I ain't never seen no woman move the way she moves. She got the moves, give you the world if you let me. I know your ex-man was your pet peeve. Hop in the spaceship, then let it go boom. We turn the bass up, then let it go boom. Then let it go boom. I killed it, I'm going in, I'm back for some more shit.
That's what I do. We even got dick eaters in the chat sucking dick.
Listen here, give a fuck.
Dick suckers. Suck that dick, you gay ass nigga.
Fell in love with the stars. Niggas on Mars, they say I'm in orbit. She cute as a rose. She got my heart, sit her in orchid. Hey love, I've been wanting to forfeit. She breaking my heart like a sharing twigs. We go together like fish scale, and the best white or whites come with me. We climb the heights. Try it crazy, I ain't got no license. Ride dirty in these white 90s. Alright, chat. I like them hot spicy. Hope you like cookies now. So my daughter used.
I told you guys I already had some shit queued for us to get into. Right? And you know what? I ain't really been telling y'all much lately, dog, about me. I've been like getting to the script and shit. I ain't really been telling y'all much about me. But life been great, dog. Life been great. Everything has been great. Everything has been popping. I am making a lot of right decisions. I am making sure that I do stuff today that's gonna help me tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting back to that. A lot of y'all need to start working on that, man. Do stuff today that's gonna help you tomorrow. Because you go to work for a paycheck to come. You do the work and then they pay you later. You see what I'm saying? So you're doing the work to take care of yourself later. So you got to do that in a lot of other areas. So you're not, you know what I'm saying? Your mojo and your the way you swag, your shit ain't stagnant. You always gotta have motion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my nigga T Raw. I always say that shit. I always gotta have motion, dog. But I just been standing on business, making money, meeting new people. Met some dudes last night doing construction. Cause y'all know the hurricanes hit Florida pretty bad. So a lot of people down here doing work and shit. So niggas asked me for the gas pack. Chat, I got the best fucking gas chat. When I show y'all this gas chat, you lying on everything you say. I'm gonna show you this gas right now, chat. On everything I love, you lying if you say you got this gas, chat. I know you lying. I'm gonna show you. I'm not even smoking it. I haven't even smoked it yet. It's brand new. It just hopped on the market. It just got on the motherfucking market. Watch this shit. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm smoking, which is crazy, right? Look how green it is. I got this much left. But hold on, let me show it to you. Chat. This ain't it. This is what I'm smoking right now. Let me show y'all what I'm about to smoke with this fucking Hennessy and this goddamn highlighting the brand new can. Thank you very much. But chat, look at this bud, chat. Now this is what I'm smoking right now. Look at that. Now let me show y'all what I just got. That's what I'm smoking right now. Let me show y'all what we about to smoke. Holy fuck, this shit is rising. Look, and the buds are huge. Look at this shit. Look at this big Antamanon Pandanaman Daradaran. Look at that shit, chat. Holy fuck. I'm about to be fucked. This smells so good. Look how much I got. Got so much of it. I got so much of it. So good to me. So good to me. Me. Woo. Oh my God. I'm finna be fucking Rakshamas. Y'all see that? Don't get jelly. Don't get jelly. Don't get jealous and leave. Niggas got jealous and leave, man. I ain't finna watch this nigga smoke. That good shit, man. What up, Earl? Earl in the building, Blame in the building, BJ in the building, Maddie in the building. Yeah, chat, I'm lit. I got a lot going on today. Nothing can stop me. I bought a new weight set. I'm about to get big on y'all ass. I'm about to start doing YouTube videos big. Yeah, I'm fat right now, so y'all about to see me get small. Remember, sometimes you be small and you get big, or you be big and you get small. Either way. You know what I'm saying? So it's going down. I bought all my new books. I'm 3 books down on this book series. Then there's the 4th book. I just bought the 4th, about to kill that book. And then there's a whole nother series came out with 4 books. So I just bought all 4 of them. So I just bought 5 books last night, laying in the bed by 3 o'clock this morning, chat. I spent on books last night. Chat, on books last night. I spent like $70. All on books last night. Hey, I hope my lady don't beat me up. But I bought books. I bought a new weight set. You know what I'm saying? So I can start getting my pull-ups, my push-ups, start getting that big beefy ass Tarzan back. Cause I look weird though. I got a big ass head. Big head ass boy. I got a big head. So with like my body, you know what I'm saying? I need a big body to go with my head. Look at it. Look. Yeah, look. Fucking. I got a big head. So I got to work out. Run! What up, Ron? Fuck around and run out. Hey, Ron, look what I'm smoking. Look what I'm smoking. Look what I got here for you in the pocket box. Look what I got from the garbage box. Yo, chat, I'm about to smoke a Cadubala. Don't get jelly. Support me. See, like, I let my ice melt a little bit, so it's just a tad bit of water. And then you hit it with that Hennessy. Then you hear, I gotta peel the seal, bitch. Gotta peel the seal on this motherfucker, pimp. Yeah. We here all night. Y'all finna see me like academics. I'm finna fall asleep on my live. Angie, do you love me? What's up, Angie? Y'all finna see me get fucked up tonight. I might say some real Republican shit tonight. Ban those niggers. Yeah, we finna get so fucked up. What's up, Ange? Hey, Ange, I'm flexing right now. I'm showing everybody what I'm smoking. Look what I'm smoking. I'm about to smoke this bitch and it's so damn pretty. Ooh, yeah. Some of y'all, when I show the weed, y'all leave. I'll be like, I ain't want you here. You don't smoke. I'll be like, why are you here? What you want? You want full side? You want half side? What you want? I made bullet Gucci for you now. But yeah, we here chat feeling good. She say, I got that dough. And say I got that though. Don't worry about it. We smoking great over here, little boy. We smoking good, little boy. Don't worry about me. Tell him, Ange, we smoking good in the hood. AK say we smoking good. Tell him, AK, smoking good in the hood, nigga. Don't play with AK. She might get serious in the chat. She might UPS one of you broke ass niggas some weed. Can I get some weed? Is that weed? I told y'all I got pulled over the other night, and the cops was like, I smell weed. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I smoke. And my brother like, you smoke weed? I was like, shut your bitch ass up. Don't fucking act like this in front of the police, bitch. You know I smoke. Then the police find my gun. I'm like, that's my gun. He go, you got a gun? Bitch, shut up. Yeah, I got a gun. You know I got a gun. Shut the fuck up. In no chat, I did not go to jail. Thank you very much. I'm still here. Okay? Thank you. My brother, a straight bitch. I told him today. He called me today on FaceTime on Facebook, you know, the little Facebook chat shit. He called me today. I said, what you looking for? Some weed? You little scary bitch. I hate scary niggas, chat. Like, chat, chat, let me tell y'all how gangster my lady is. My brother was a bitch. My lady sitting there handcuffed on the car. She ain't said a word to the police. They keep asking the questions. She just keeps staring at their ass. She wouldn't say shit. She wouldn't say a fuck thing to the police. I did all the talking. I was like, officers, we're just afraid. Me, my black brother, and this white lady right here, my girlfriend, we're just scared. You're just scared. And you know, she's white. She's been through this a lot. This is very traumatic when you pull over white people, okay? You guys beat them, you shoot them, you do all kind of shit to white people, man. She's scared, bro. I had the police cracking up, bro. I had the police dying. Rob! Shout out to Rob in the building. Love you, Rob. That nigga named Rob Combs. Hey, Rob, change that shit. Change that shit. No! Robert! That's R. Kelly and Puffy in the same name. Robert Combs. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Somebody change his name now. You know, that sounds like get him a shirt. Somebody get him a shirt. Change that nigga name, bro. What are we doing? That nigga named Rob Combs. That is hilarious. She say, anywho, ta-ta. That nigga named Rob Combs. Hell no. Hey, chat. Wait till y'all see what I got. Man, y'all ready to get into it, chat? Are y'all ready for the fucking shenanigans? Oh, man. All right. You guys asked for it. You guys ready for the shenanigans? All right. First up for the night of shenanigans, I have a very special treat for you guys, and I think you're going to like this. Play close attention. If you didn't catch the first part, they may reference it for you, so you can link all your pieces to the puzzles. Okay? So don't be afraid. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right.
What is that goat thing called?
The Baphomet.
Oh, that's like satanic.
It's called the Baphomet.
That. Yeah, I saw a huge one of those at one of the title Rock Nation parties in New York, and that was I've never seen anything like that. And that statue had like the title logo on it. I was thinking, wow, this is crazy and compelling, you know?
Holy fuck! What? Whoa! Let's just whoa! Right. Whoa! Explosive, are we? Whoa!
What is that goat thing called? That's like satanic.
It's called the Baphomet.
That. Yeah, I saw a huge one of those at one of the title Rock Nation parties in New York, and that was I've never seen anything like that. And that statue had like the title logo on it. I was thinking, wow, this is
chat. Y'all hearing this shit?
Crazy and compelling, you know?
And it was just right in the open, like you walked in and it was just
it was right as you walk in. Jay-Z's such into witchcraft and such into symbolism that it's just crazy. And I think that's his influence. Well, Jay-Z 100% is a cuckold, right? He likes to watch his woman, Beyonce, with other men.
Whoa!
Do you have any proof of it?
Whoa! Chat, y'all don't know who he is. Don't think he capping. You don't know who he is. Don't think there's some regular. Wait till you find out who he is. Wait till you find out who he is, chat. Oh my God, I haven't seen this yet. We are reacting together, family.
You saying for a fact that Jay-Z is into similar behavior as Diddy. He likes to, basically what Cassie was put through. He likes to watch his girl get in relationships with other men while he sits there and enjoys himself.
That's correct.
Hey guys, I hope all is well.
Chad, it's
Welcome
about to
back
get
to the Truth
steamy
Is,
in
where I
here.
drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, I will be having a conversation with industry publicist Jonathan Hay. I did an interview with him a few weeks back, and after many of you requested, I wanted to invite him back on so we can have a conversation.
So chat, if you didn't go see Truth Is interview with Jonathan Hay, you can go check that out. It did drop a few weeks ago. I did play it on the show twice. Crazy shit, but he's a little bit loose, so he's giving way more information on this one. But the first one is about Drake and Drake having him set up, put in a trunk, and almost having him killed. And you know, he didn't find out it was Drake until some other shit went down. Ron said the Baphomet was originally just a pagan deity, but then it was morphed through artwork and society, but represents satanic and demonic rituals and occult groups. And yeah, absolutely. I am very familiar with the Sebate goat, right? I am very familiar with the Baphomet, chat. Very familiar with the Sebate goat. And not personally, just through research. I'm very studied, all right? I do not practice any of these practices, I can tell you that. But what the Baphomet is the Baphomet is also associated with Baal and Baal worship, which is the cow Baal. And the Baphomet, you know, people say the Illuminati. I mean, really, whoever you want it to be. All these motherfuckers is different name secret societies. And at the top, I don't even think the Illuminati at the top. But, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, we're talking about the Sebate goat, the Baphomet, chat.
Conversation about some of the things he said and more industry secrets he exposed. I want to thank Jonathan Hay for coming on the platform to have this chat with me. You're going to want to watch this video to the end as things get deep. Now, let's get right into it. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? How you doing today?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you once again for allowing me to do a part 2 to our first interview. And you know, in the last interview, you said so much and we ran out of time. So hopefully we can be able to get through all the questions today.
Okay, no problem.
So the first thing I wanted to ask you, because it was the main thing that I kept seeing in the last interview, is why do you have a Drake poster is what they're saying. I know it's not a poster, it's an album cover, correct?
Correct.
People want to know, why do you have Drake behind you? They kept saying that they don't understand why you're, you know, saying the things that you're saying about Drake. But then you have this poster of him.
That was my question. That was my question.
Well, it's just like, you know, that chapter of life, that chapter of my life is behind me. And I was gonna draw something on it. I was gonna throw darts at it. I don't know what it was for really. And plus I was on the, you know, the what we've been talking about has been on the song Sandra's Rose, which is on Scorpion. And
this print prints everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans.
No, they don't.
T-shirts, water bottles, coats, and
Lies.
And so it's just kind of like a reminder of the industry and what I've been through, and you know, it's always staring at me in my face. You know, is that album cover, because that was such a game changer in that period in my life.
Yeah, what I saw, to me, I thought it was like what Drake does. You know how Drake sneak disses, you know, these little subliminals around.
Yeah.
I felt that was, you know, your way of basically doing just that. And
probably that as well.
the first question I really wanted to ask you was, with all the stuff that's been going on with Diddy recently and, you know, the industry, the parties and all that, there's been a lot of talk about these industry parties, about these
Yeah, actually, BJ, those are blue dreads. Those dreads are actually blue. Yeah.
parties that take place behind the scenes that the fans don't know about. We hear about them. People hear about, oh, these amazing Hollywood parties. But now that all this information is coming out with Diddy, we're figuring out that the parties weren't that amazing. There was definitely some foul play going on at those parties. Would you say that you were ever invited to a party like that, or you witnessed firsthand
Oh
an
my
experience,
God. Oh,
similar to what they're describing Diddy's party? Not necessarily that you were at a Diddy party, but just a party similar to that.
Correct. I've been invited to an actual Diddy party, but it wasn't what we know as Diddy parties now. It was more along the lines of, going to Diddy's house in Los Angeles, and there was going to be a party there. And me and my ex at the time, I didn't go. Now seeing all the things that have happened, I wish that we would have went, because I'm like curious to see if I would have recognized anything or known anything, was off or suspicious, or like if it was as overt as everyone was saying, or like, how did it go? So I'd be able to explain it better today. And the reason why we were invited is because I was signed to the Notorious B.I.G., his estate, in 2020 and 2021, and that was during the pandemic. So Biggie's son, CJ Wallace, and his partner, Willie Mack,
keep in mind, he didn't say sign to Biggie. He said sign to the estate.
would always invite me to come over and make sure we go to Diddy's house, because that's where all the parties are. But they never described it as something as criminal.
Yeah, I don't think no one has really, because this year's that we're really hearing about it being a criminal party. Before, it was just a great time. That's what everyone would describe it as.
Correct.
But that doesn't mean that there wasn't a party in a party, or like what he's being accused of. Maybe you guys had a good time because you were drugged. Maybe you don't really know how good of a time you were having, because supposedly they were lacing these bottles that they were serving the females. So, maybe they don't even remember what happened at those parties,
Right.
What I want to know is, any other industry party that you went to, would you say had a similar vibe to this, or you felt could have ended up in one of these scenarios where there's a party within a party, or something that's dark within the party?
Yeah, I think all the industry parties have a tendency to get like that, but it's more like going into the bathroom, or going into like a different room or a closet, and usually partaking in drug use instead of it being out in the open. Whereas it seems like Diddy's, after everybody left, that's when everything kind of came out in the open. But yeah, like every industry party that I've been to has been pretty vulgar, to say. Not like, films and social stuff and seeing everybody like do that, but as far as like the drug and alcohol use, for sure.
In the last interview, we spoke about, the industry's connections to masonry and stuff like that. And my one question would be, did you ever see any of that firsthand? Like, did you ever go to a party or a studio session and you see things that stand out, like maybe a statue of a satanic statue, or occult symbols, or things that just stick out to you and made you question why is that there, and made you think that this is kind of satanic or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. What is that goat thing called that's like satanic?
It's called Baphomet.
That. Yeah, I saw a huge
Now, chat, listen to this part carefully, chat.
one of those at one of the title Rock Nation parties in New York, and that was that I've never seen anything like that. That freaked me out. Like when you walked into the party room for title, and Jay-Z wasn't even there, but all his staff was like the Rock Nation, because see, Rock Nation was very, very much in charge of title And so like all the Rock Nation people were there, but that was weird. And then that statue had like the title logo on it. I was thinking, wow, this is crazy, compelling, you know?
And it was just right in the open, like you walked in and it was just
it was right as you walk in. I'm sure there has to be. I'll look and see if I can see any pictures online of it, because it seems like there would be. I can't think of the name of it. It was like a.
And you motherfuckers don't, y'all. This is my first time being fat and last time, bitch. I just got workout equipment. I just bought a jump rope. I just bought, you know, the Spanx that women wear to hold their stomach in. I bought me some of them too, bitch. No, I'm just playing, but I bought the other two though.
It was like a museum or and it had this bottom floor, this party room, and that's where it was. And like right when you walked in, I don't think it was put there for the party. I feel like it was always there, but I'm not for sure.
And this is a location in downtown Manhattan?
Yeah, and yes, of course.
Okay. You know, Baphomet is one of the main occult symbols. It's a deity, but it's also a representation. So it's like,
chat. Oh my God.
It makes sense.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I just thought, give me 1 second, chat. Please. I'm going to show you guys something that's going to blow your fucking mind. If you don't, if like, you know how everybody be into like, what do you believe? Check this out. Just watch this. Please come up. Please. Yo, chat, I want to show y'all this so bad. Come on, I know it's a clip. Come on. All right, whatever. I'm gonna find it.
Seen anything else? Like there's just, even with the Diddy situation, a lot of people are saying that it was ritualistic. There's this one woman named Annie Carter. She claims to be a victim of Diddy. And she claims that she was the party favors at the party. She was underage at the time. And she was essentially the party favor. She was presented to guests and stuff like that. And she claims that she witnessed satanic rituals taking place, you know, at the Diddy events. Have you seen any type of things that you would say would be a ritual while you were in the industry at a party or, you know, a studio session or anything of that sort?
No, but you know, like when you're doing that kind of music and that kind of content and you're coming together in like the studio or in a large party, I think that is kind of just naturally happening and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like when those vibrations and that energy and that music and that narrative and that brand is happening, you know, you're kind of taking part of it and not realizing.
100%.
You know, but see, that's the thing about Biggie's son, CJ Wallace and Willie Mack, is they were very active in Diddy's life, and especially with his son, you know, King Combs, right? Christian Combs.
Yeah.
And like very, very close. And they would take over, you know, like the party favors, because we were doing a house project. And what I've noticed about the house and techno project that we were doing with Biggie is, you know, Puffy was real involved with Burning Man, and he was involved with Miami Music Week, all like the raves, electronic music festival. And from
chat, I found it. I found what I want to show y'all. Watch this.
1,000 years is like a day to the Lord, and a day is like 1,000 years. So Jesus been gone for 2,000 years.
Here we go.
And the crazy part is, you can expand on this.
Shut up. Where are my following, explore, friends, live profile? My profile. Here we go. All right, chat. This is my TikTok. I want to show y'all something. Now, chat, if you don't think this shit crazy,
is expired, and you could talk about this.
don't worry, I'm gonna send it back.
A secret Starbucks, is that right?
Come on, where's the volume control for TikTok? It's supposed to be up here, it's supposed to be down here. Where is it? Right here. Here we go.
Yeah, there is a Starbucks.
All right,
Your
chat.
NDA is expired, and you could talk about this. You used to work at a secret Starbucks, is that right? Yeah, there is a Starbucks that is like above reserve, like a Starbucks no one's ever heard of or been to. All right. Have you ever wondered while driving in Los Angeles, how come you've never seen like Will Smith stuck in traffic on the 405? Yeah. I've never seen a 1%er just in their car stuck in traffic. Why is that? That's because there's a series of intricate tunnels underneath Los Angeles known as the actor bond. I'm not kidding. Like, they get access points to move through the city without ever having to be in traffic. You can come up in LAX, you can pop up at Dodger Stadium. Underneath there in those tunnels is Starbucks set up at different locations to allow them to get coffees while they're driving. All of them. Seinfeld. You've seen Seinfeld down there? Bono. I've seen Seinfeld down there. Dude, almond milk latte, 2 shots. Wow. Yeah. Was he a good tipper? They don't have to pay.
So this has been underneath Los Angeles for a few years now. I mean, how long has this been there for?
I mean, it predates me. It seems like the city was built on top of it. So, I think this goes all the way back to the 20s.
This doesn't seem real almost. This is crazy.
I imagine how I sound saying it.
Now, chat, do y'all believe that, chat? Do y'all think that's crazy, chat? I should post another poll on this video alone. I don't know if y'all seen this video, but it's real short, so I don't mind playing it again because it's incredible. Just to even think about the possibilities, crazy.
So your NDA is expired, and you could talk about this. You used to work at a secret Starbucks, is that right?
Yeah, there is a Starbucks that is like above reserve, like a Starbucks no one's ever heard of or been to. All right. Have you ever wondered while driving in Los Angeles, how come you've never seen like Will Smith stuck in traffic on the 405? Yeah. I've never seen a 1%er just in their car stuck in traffic.
Why is that?
That's because there's a series of intricate tunnels underneath Los Angeles known as the actor bond. I'm not kidding. Like, they get access points to move through the city without ever having to be in traffic. You can come up in LAX, you can pop up at Dodger Stadium. Underneath there in those tunnels is Starbucks set up at different locations to allow them to get coffees while they're driving. All of them. Seinfeld. You've seen Seinfeld down there? Bono. I've seen Seinfeld down there. Dude, almond milk latte, 2 shots.
Wow.
Yeah. Was he a good tipper? They don't have to pay.
So this has been underneath Los Angeles for a few years now. I mean, how long has this been there for?
I mean, it predates me. It seems like the city was built on top of it. So, I think this goes all the way back to the 20s.
This doesn't seem real almost. This is crazy.
I imagine how I sound saying it to people.
Yo, chat, isn't that some crazy shit that's obvious though? Like, even if you didn't want to believe it, you're like, a bunch of conspiracies are coming out right now. It's it's obvious like that's happening. You know what I mean? That because yeah, I would say pretty obvious in my opinion. In my opinion, Nation.
From what I get, Puffy got really involved in that type of music. Like that's what he loved, that's what he listened to, his house, techno, electronic music. And so they would constantly get party favors and taking them to Diddy from what they told me, because as I shifted towards that space, and that was the first project I've done like that, and that was in 2021, I noticed that world and being in New York and Ibiza and Tulum is very much like psychedelics, DMT, ketamine. It's that type of vibe. So I know that CJ Wallace and Biggie, they've been and Willie Mack, they've been out there as, you know, on an advocate, you know, which is legal, but and they create, like, they sell like paraphernalia, you know, with Frank White, the brand. But I know that they used to get like everything, because when I got to Los Angeles and I was doing the business deal with them, like they opened up like everything. They were like a smorgasbord of different whatever drugs you could want. And I've never in my life witnessed that before, that many drugs that I've ever seen. And, you know, Biggie's best friend was Diddy, and that's Biggie's son. So it's not like hard to put together, like now as we see that they were very, very involved.
Yeah, you know, that drug use, I don't think has ever been hidden from the public. Even in the movie, you ever seen the movie Get Him to the Greek?
Yes.
Diddy literally plays the role where they have this party and he tells a woman to hook up with what's his name, Jonah Hill.
Right.
I remember that scene, and then he gives them substances and they all start tripping out. So it's like right in the open. I don't think it's ever been hidden that.
I agree.
There's a lot of this within the industry, and I think it all comes from Aleister Crowley. If you know who Aleister Crowley is, right?
Correct.
You know, he preached mostly about substances and using them to get you to that higher state and all that. And last time you were telling me about Diddy and ketamine, he tried to offer it to you, and he told you that if you took it, you'll be able to make the music better. You know, that's that same thing. It's like they see the substance as this superpower to make them transcend to a higher level.
Correct.
All right.
And because that's like when that happened we put out the Big Papa house mix, and like I told you, he was negative about it. He wasn't really feeling it. And
burnout. We all experience it at some point. It's so important to me that I've actually been working on it in therapy.
And that's when he was like, you know, you guys need to do ketamine, and you need to get, you know, lost in the music. That's what everybody in Burning Man, that's what everybody, you know, is listening to in house music is ketamine. So you gotta basically tap into that spirit, into that wavelength frequency.
Another quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you've heard the rumors of artists selling their souls. Do you believe in that? Do you think that there are some artists that sell their souls?
Yeah, but I don't think it's like, you know, where you go into a room and you say, you know, by yourself, and you say, I'm gonna sell my soul. I think it's a choice, like, that you compromise, you know, yourself for various things and various opportunities.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's, in a sense, it could be both. There's some people that are, you know, that believe in the occult and practice witchcraft, and they spiritually sell their souls. But compromising, I believe, is another way to sell your soul. If you are going against your morals for any compensation or just to succeed, you're essentially selling out. Isn't that what a sellout would be called?
Correct.
So it's the same thing. My point is, do you think that the industry forces artists to do that on purpose? Or do you think that that's just a way to make it in the music industry? That's the brand. So essentially what I'm trying to say is that an artist that gets signed, they'll make them change the way they dress, change the way they talk, make them push a certain lifestyle. Is that just to succeed? Or do you think that there's an agenda behind it?
It happens more gradually and more manipulative, you know, instead of like, you know, handing somebody something and say, you know, choose, right? Or, you know, take this, take that, like Biggie would say, like Diddy would say. But for example, when we went out to Los Angeles to do the Notorious Big project with his estate, I had never, like I said, I had never done drugs. I had never, you know, done those type of things. And then I have these, you know, people that I look up to and I really respect that seem to have their life together. And it's just like, you know, we know that you went through like the home invasion, you have trauma. You know, DMT is really, really good for your trauma. Ketamine is good for your trauma. Psychedelics are good for your trauma. and they just gradually work things in, and the next thing you know, you're fully blown, immersed into that. Like I told you, 2023 last year was a really, really rough year for me because I was really into that whole lifestyle.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I just found myself in it. In 2020, before I got with those people, I wasn't anywhere. I would have never done that. Next thing you know, 3 years later, and all kinds of like psychedelics and stuff. And I'm thinking that, it's helping me and helping me heal when it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, I feel it's definitely manipulative. It's, like they egg you on little by little.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was trying to ask you do you think that is the record label's final agenda? Like, do you think that at the end of the day, that's what they want the artist to become? Not just because it sells records, but because that's what they want to push. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
You worked in as a publicist.
For
so
sure.
You created narratives.
For sure.
You helped push these narratives. Would you say that these narratives always had this, this negative lifestyle attached to it?
Yes, for sure. No question.
Do you think that an artist can still be successful without having those, drama narrative or negative stereotypes attached to them?
I do. And especially nowadays, like I think what we're realizing that we're seeing is a complete paradigm shift with Diddy being locked up. And then hopefully next Jay-Z is the culture is changing and shifting. Whereas I think nowadays you'll be able to navigate a lot better without making so many compromising, choices and those type of things. Like the industry as we know it, with all the different layoffs and job switches and mergers, like it's totally it's being gutted as we speak.
Yeah, I was seeing that record labels were selling their catalogs or selling to like investment companies. Is very interesting.
Correct.
The fact that you mentioned Jay-Z though, in the last interview we spoke about Rihanna and Jay-Z, and when I asked you if you believe they had anything together, you said that you do believe that there might have been something that was going on with them. I want to ask you if you heard of this story, during that time, because this is what I believe was floating around the internet. They were saying that allegedly Jay-Z gave Rihanna an STD, and that Rihanna allegedly gave that STD to Chris Brown. And that's what caused the fight, the breakup or whatever, that Jay-Z was allegedly sleeping with Chris Brown with Rihanna at the same time that Rihanna was sleeping with Jay-Z. Did you hear anything about that? Would you happen to know if that's true, or maybe not true, but if you heard anything about that?
I did hear those rumors, and when you said Jay-Z was sleeping with Chris Brown, I also heard that rumor as well.
Oh, so you heard a rumor of Jay-Z hooking up with Chris Brown as well?
Yeah, because like Diddy, Jay-Z's sexual preference is peculiar to say the least.
And that's another thing. You in the last interview you said that Jay-Z was bi, and that you were 100% sure that he was.
Correct.
How do you know this?
I know it from being around.
How do you know this? How do you know this?
Without
Not
saying,
scared.
the name of the people, because I know a lot of people don't want to be involved in these type of things because they've moved on in their lives or they have families and everything else. But I was there and I witnessed some very, questionable behavior for sure. And like the tour that I was on with Jay-Z, they did a documentary. It was Jay-Z, DMX, Amil. They made what was the name of the documentary? But it was that tour, and they had trans women on the bus, and not like the 2024 trans women that you see, where like sometimes you're surprised. You see these stuff on like Instagram and videos of like a woman that it's like, wait a minute, that was a man before, is like clearly like a person almost. I don't want to say drag, but clearly you could tell that it was a man.
It was a boy.
There wasn't any mistaking that this trans woman was on the tour bus and was going out on tour, with Jay-Z, Memphis Bleak, PD Crack, all that whole entire tour.
Recently, I did a video on Jay-Z, right? And I spoke about, it was actually on Pimp C. The video was on Pimp C, and because his close friend, Pimpin' Ken, he claims that he has a videotape that Pimp C recorded of a famous R&B singer and hooking up with a man that's not her current boyfriend or her current husband. And everyone in the comments said that it was Beyonce in the video that Pimp C has. And in another interview he did, the Pimpin' Ken, he basically admitted that the people in the comments were commenting that it was the right person. So he's basically admitted that it was Beyonce.
Right.
Did you hear anything of that sort, like of Jay-Z having similar behavior to Diddy in the sense that, he would let his woman be recorded with other men or stuff like that?
Well, Jay-Z 100% is a cuckold, right? He likes to watch his woman, Beyonce, with other men.
And how do you have any proof of this, or did you hear about this somehow?
Like being around and being direct, and them, other people around him asking the woman that I was dating at the time was asking if I would be into anything like that, but also being vague where, like rejecting, the possibility. He could always, deny it and, oh, that's not what we meant. But that's exactly what he meant. But yeah, just like I said, being around, Rock Nation and Tidal and all those things, it was pretty common knowledge that, Jay-Z is someone like Diddy that's now out in the open that likes to watch his wife with other men.
Okay. So do you think that there is a possibility that tape exists? Maybe it's not, because the whole running rumors that Jay-Z might have gotten Pimp C, eliminated or taken out because he had this tape of Beyonce hooking up with another man, allegedly.
Allegedly.
He also had beef with Pimp C didn't like Jay-Z. In the video I did, I showed repeatedly how many people around Pimp C said that he had hatred for Jay-Z, and they blamed it on Tupac, but it didn't make sense to me because Pimp C is from the South, Tupac is from the West Coast. They didn't know each other at all. There was no relationship there whatsoever. But somehow he hated Jay-Z so much and blamed it on that. I think it was just like something to cover up the real reason,
Right.
But that's interesting. So you're saying for a fact that Jay-Z is into similar behavior as Diddy. He likes to, basically what Cassie was put through. He likes to watch his girl get in relationships with other men while he sits there and enjoys himself.
That's correct, and that's one of the reasons that we said in the last interview when I was talking about him being bi, because
he likes to hang out with.
What else is that when you want to watch another man with your wife and you're enjoying yourself? I know it's cuckolding. I know all that, but like this is firsthand information from something that I've dealt with, an experience that I've dealt with. That Jay-Z is definitely a cuckold, and it's not women. It's men that he wants to see with Beyonce.
Hey, it's nothing wrong with a little bit of cuckolding if you're gay.
That's why I was like, he's definitely bi,
I agree. I think that, I'll say this: if he wasn't embarrassed of this, or if he felt that it was something not to be embarrassed of, I don't think he would be hiding it. I think that especially in this day and age when you can do whatever the heck you want. So I don't think that he would be hiding that if he wasn't embarrassed of it. He also comes from a different time, but still, It's the same behavior with Diddy. Diddy obviously didn't want people to know that he was paying men to come do stuff to Cassie while he did that.
Correct.
So
Not trying to be disrespectful to anybody in the chat from New York chat, but it seemed to be them New York dudes be booty goons chat. It would like, and it seemed like in New York in the 70s and 60s, like it was a lot of like child molestation going on, because it'd be a lot of gay, like hip hop is so gay. That's why, yeah, I make my music and I love being in hip hop. Shout out Roblox in the building, shout out Blame, shout out Ron. Dog, yeah, I love making hip hop music, bro, but hip hop is so gay. Like, and if you say it ain't, I get you got a favorite rapper, but every nigga DMX talked about niggas doing weird shit. Biggie done talked about niggas doing weird shit. Like it's hip hop is so gay. And then you find out everybody was molested by Bambaataa. Like you find out all the other rappers were around, but ain't nobody coming out to say it because they don't want nobody to know their sexuality or that they've been molested by a man. And bro, New York is got some wild gay ass stories. Gamer in the building, shout out Gamer. Yo, New York got some wild stories, dog. Like real high level, like a lot of like dog. And I could pull like the sus and zesty card. But I think this shit got a lot to do with child pedophilia amongst older gentlemen like African Bambaataa and people. Like he's not a gentleman, excuse me. He's a scumbag. But I think a lot of this pedophilia towards kids, it had a lot to do with like that older generation, and it fucked up the rappers that we got, the Jay-Z's, the DMX's, and I don't want to name other groups because I ain't trying to call them gay. I'm just saying, like, New York is just, and they say it's the mecca of hip hop. Like, that shit gay, bro. Like, ain't nothing but booty goon shit, kid touching and shit. Every time you look up New York shit going on, shit, you got Bambaataa done rape shit, all of New York's talent. I mean, like, it's wild, bro. It's wild. So let's get back to it.
do you think that there's more people like Diddy and Jay-Z that are doing this in there? Or is this something normal in the music industry?
I don't know. They're the only ones that I know that are really, into it, and they were at the very top of the food chain, and that's their like fetishes and their kinky, behavior that they like to, partake in. But I don't think Jay-Z is as sloppy as Diddy. It seems like Diddy got very comfortable with his sexual appetite and his perversions, which is like he would just fly in all these different male, escorts and, for his parties and stuff like that. Whereas I think with, Jay-Z, like he has to have a, like a relationship and a sort of trust. And that's why it was really surprising to me to see, Ray J come out speaking against, Jaguar Wright. And he's like, Beyonce, because Ray J is one of those people that is allowed to be with Jay-Z.
Now look, they always said Ray J was a hired prostitute. They say ever since Diddy got a hold of Ray J been selling dick.
His wife.
Interesting. So you're saying essentially that Ray J is one of those men that Jay-Z would watch hook up with Beyonce, allegedly?
Correct.
Very interesting. Have you heard of Thelema before?
No.
Thelema is actually the religion that Aleister Crowley founded. It's a cult religion, and it focuses on sex magic. Have you heard sex magic before?
No.
Well,
just from like the Chili Peppers song or the album.
Yeah, they were also followers of Aleister Crowley. Sex magic is a form of ritual magic, and it's all about true energy and true forces. And one of the things that they would do is do exactly what you're saying right now. They would have their wives, their significant others, hook up with other members of the religion as a ritual, and they would watch, and they would all partake in the ritual together, and it would release, sexual energy to them. I know for a fact that Jay-Z is a Thelemite because he actually wore Aleister Crowley. He wore a sweater with Aleister Crowley's Creole on it. Do what thou wilt, which it really is. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. It's the main concept of the religion of Thelema. And that's why I asked you if you've seen anything satanic within the music industry, because Baphomet is also another deity that's honored in Thelema. Thelema doesn't see anything, they don't see any specific deity as their god. They channel these deities. The fact that you're saying that you know for a fact, or you are at least, you think that you not think that you've heard that Jay-Z watches Beyonce do this, would you say that they're definitely into some ritualistic type of behavior?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And listen, this is something that I've witnessed, firsthand, being around, their type of situations and people that they are, that they are into, So yeah, man, it's also weird.
Now that we're talking about Jay-Z being essentially bi, in the last interview, you mentioned that DJ Khaled, Sway, and RZA were also possibly bi or gay. You didn't say allegedly. You were 100% sure. Is it because you mentioned the show? You guys were on a show together. Did you see them do anything on that show that made you believe that?
On the show, so like where their essentially gay freak off took place was in the basement of the home that we were recording in. And there were no women. It was only men.
Shit.
And they were downstairs, going at it very loud.
Essentially bi. In the last, have you seen anything satanic within the music industry? Because Baphomet is also another deity that's honored in Thelema. Thelema doesn't see anything, they don't see any specific deity as their god. They channel these deities. The fact that you're saying that you know for a fact, or you are at least, you think that you've heard that Jay-Z watches Beyonce do this, would you say that they're definitely into some ritualistic type of behavior?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And listen, this is something that I've witnessed, firsthand, being around, their type of situations and people that they are, that they are into, So yeah, man, it's also weird.
Now that we're talking about Jay-Z being essentially bi, in the last interview, you mentioned that DJ Khaled, Sway, and RZA were also possibly bi or gay. You didn't say allegedly. You were 100% sure. Is it because you mentioned the show? You guys were on a show together. Did you see them do anything on that show that made you believe that?
On the show, so like where their essentially gay freak off took place was in the basement of the home that we were recording in. And there were no women. It was only men. And they were downstairs, going at it very loud, very explicit, very aggressive, very sexual. You could hear everything, that was happening. It was like being in a barn for IMAX, like just loud and in your face and surprising. And like I said, King Tech was trying to drown out what was happening. King Tech has been swayed.
Hey, chat. This is the gayest shit you've ever heard on my show. Gayest shit you've ever heard on my show. I just want you to know that. And I want you to remember the people he said was doing the gay shit, but don't remember the gay shit. Jesus Christ.
Sway's business partner for 30 years. He was working on the projects that I was doing. King Tech was one of the judges of One Shot, along with Crooked Eye, Mike Smith, and Sway Calloway. He was one of the judges, and he was co-producing on a project that I was involved in. And he was, trying to drown out what was taking place downstairs, but he couldn't, because we didn't keep it going while they were downstairs going at it.
No, I want to make it clear that it's not that we have anything against anybody's preference, But sometimes it appears that these people aren't even gay. You know, they're just kind of going with the flow or being
That
made
nigga
to do
killed it. Sometimes it appear they ain't even gay. Granddad, these niggas gay.
things, compromising, essentially selling out to, you know, make it to the next level. Would you say you've seen any of that? Like artists that are not gay or don't appear gay, and then they're in there doing things that they wouldn't normally do, but they're doing it for a check or doing it for an opportunity?
Yeah, correct. Or just because they're fans. I mean, listen, I don't.
Check this out. State Farm was charging me $179 for auto insurance per month. No, thank you. I have this friend who told me about this site. Now I'm spending $58 per month. That's amazing. That's a savings.
I don't know what makes them. I don't know what makes them do that, right? To go there. I was more disappointed in the whole fact that Sway Calloway, being a journalist, an esteemed journalist, someone that I really looked up to, you know, that I thought would be like a, you know, like a very honest, objective, fair person. Like I was so excited about meeting him, and to see that, you know, he had a wife, and, you know, there he is committing adultery, as well as, you know, RZA, somebody who gave me the Apocrypha book. Like he was one of the people that he seemed very, very spiritual at first, and now 10 years later at One Shot, you know, and here he is.
Let me tell you about these spiritual gay niggas, chat. Shout out Blame Dirty, shout out ZL in the motherfucking building. Shout out Gamer. Chat, let me tell you, let me get the camera for a second, chat. I'll put it back on this nigga. Chat, let me get the motherfucking camera. Let me tell you about these gay spiritual niggas, chat. These niggas, chat. One day I'm working for anybody, if you're from Florida or anywhere in the South, there's a breakfast restaurant called Kiki's. I used to work for Kiki's, right? So I'm heavy like into the spiritual shit back then, right, chat? I'm in my 20s, young man, just had a baby, or 7, one or the other. I fucking don't know. But I remember working at Kiki's because I was living with my in-laws at the time. We were working on saving some money to get a house. And busting my ass working this job. And one of my coworkers was a booty goon. When I tell y'all this nigga was fishtail whip booty goon, like hightail booty goon, real booty goon. You know what I mean? Purple, green beret booty goon. Right? Right? Done shot 74 faggots in the ass, booty goon. Like he's decorated booty goon. Did I know, chat? No. One day the man asked me for a ride home. I said, yeah, brother, I got you. No problem. You know, we cleaned the restaurant, got closed down. You know, we all talk shit, got our paychecks. And I took the brother home. You say, hey, man, you want to have on the way home, maybe he said, yeah, you want to have a beer? I was like, yeah, man, I'm grabbing some. I've been drinking since been drinking. So I was like, yeah, I'm already drinking. Like, I've been drinking since work, bitch. I'm like my mama, bitch. Sad to admit it, I am an alcoholic, chat. Leave me alone. Get out my personal business. I'm going to fix myself. Shut the fuck up. So, long story short, I'm in the backyard with this nigga drinking beer. We having a conversation. His wife is sitting right next to me. Like, right here. Nice lady, cool as shit. Obviously older, you know, a little bit older than me on that. I'm 40 now. They probably was 40. I was 28 then, 29 then. Nah, 28 then. And they were 40 something then. You know what I mean? And me and the husband having a real introspective conversation, and he's being very passionate about the, you know, the spiritual nature of the conversation we're having. And she got this his wife got this like smirky smirk on her face, like, and I didn't know it at the time, but her smirk was like, oh, another nigga he trying to fucking ass or trying to get him to fuck him. Some gay shit, chat, high level gay. Right? I didn't know this shit, chat. I just got married, chat. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? No gaydar, chat. I'm a regular nigga. I ain't got no gaydar. I ain't at this time. I got gay friends now. My gay friends will laugh at me and break this situation down and tell me like, yeah, nigga, he was trying to Baton Rouge your ass. Right? I get it. But at the time, I didn't fucking understand this nigga was a booty goon. I had no idea. So we talking, but I remember the look on his wife's face. So how did I find out he was a booty goon? So one day I'm at work and I'm talking to two black chicks I work with. And they somehow we end up in a conversation. I was like, yeah, man, you know, buddy, cool, man, spirit. He was off that day. The dude that I gave a ride home. That wife gave me the funny face when we got to his house. Like, and they were like, oh, she was like, it's weird when you hear. That's what it was. She's like, it's weird when you hear he act normal. I was like, act normal, bitch. Bitch, what I always been like this, bitch. I'm like, bitch, what you mean act normal? When I'm here, he act normal. It's like, yeah, like he had like a dude around, like duty guys. I was like, I'm a duty guy? Like I'm a dude. She's like, yeah. She's like, you can tell like you. And I guess she, back then, I guess she ain't had a word probably say straight. Like, oh yeah, you can tell you straight. I ain't know, but I was like, well, what do you mean by him? And she was like, look at this. In chat, I can't believe I'm saying this. Chat, this woman showed me a video of this man, chat. And no, it wasn't high def gay. It was low def, but it was gay. The video was of this nigga, like, basically like twerking, before twerking was even twerking, chat. This nigga was breaking it down at work in the kitchen on my off day. I wasn't there. I guess the other guys weren't there that day. And this nigga went from twerking, chat, no cap on Lord, chat. He busted open into a full split twerking. I had to see this. Chat. You ever seen like in the cartoons or in the movies when the motherfucker realized something and like their world being pulled back? Like, oh, this nigga's a booty goon. Oh my. Dude, I seen this nigga bust a split on the floor and twerk it in a split. I say, first experience with a real closet booty goon. Nah, that's not true. Armando was a closet booty goon. But real first time experience with like an older predator kind of nigga. Cause come to find out, I'm working next to this white boy, and we got two griddles, and I gotta work on this griddle, make the shit I gotta make. He making the same thing over here, and we working. And come to find out, the black girl who showed me the video, she was like, "Oh, you don't know? You know the dude you work next to?" I'm like, "Yeah, he cool as fuck, good man. He was our manager." I was like, she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "You know, him and his girlfriend live with them, and he have to fuck that dude to live there. He fucking the white boy. He was trying to get." He was trying to knock the lining out of you, little prince. Yo, bro, when I tell you, bro, I was upset. So always be careful of these spiritual booty goons. This nigga was sitting here talking about nature and God, and nigga, I'm a young regular nigga. I'm chilling like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking we having grown nigga conversation. This nigga sizing up the booty goon. This nigga a booty goon bandit, a zest monster. Man, I was mad as a motherfucker. I think I stopped working there because I wanted to shoot that nigga. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm grown, bro. I ain't, bro. If I'm all the way in my late 20s, 30s, bro, and I ain't into no gay shit, bro, I'd never be, bro. If you was raised or born, or that's how you came up from nature, or whatever the fuck you motherfuckers say, I ain't hating on you. Live your life, bro. Live your life. Everybody gotta live their life. Long as you with another consensual adult, live your goddamn life, man. Cause it ain't my business. That be the problem. You always can know and then another thing too, I always say this, chat. You always tell a booty goon by a nigga who hate gays or always got some mean shit to say, or you know you can find them closet booty goons. And I learned there's levels to a closet booty goon. There's fucking levels, bro. And some of these niggas be trying to hide with God and Jesus and the spirit world, and even black spiritualness. Like you'll find they just predators. They just booty hunters. They like niggas in prison. I seen a video earlier today where two niggas was dancing in prison on live or some shit. And one of the niggas, a big nigga, just started standing back and like And the one nigga who dancing with the other nigga, because they just doing like a little juke style dance, but a lot of niggas understand these dances fruity. You gyrating all over the place as a man, right? But the prison nigga, the other nigga dancing with the nigga, he happened to hit a spin. He hit the crisscross spin. And when he spun around, he seen how the other nigga was looking at them. And I'm watching TikTok, and the TikTok said, nigga, like you hear the background voice on TikTok say, read the room. Read the room. Oh, that nigga read the room. So that nigga read the room like, oh, this nigga on some booty goon shit. I might have to do. Let me. Hey, I ain't fit entertain this. But the other nigga ain't read the room. Everybody hyping him up, and the other nigga standing back sizing him up on some be my girlfriend type of shit. You know what I'm talking about? So, hey, booty goon shit. Let me get the camera back. Let me get the camera back to my mans and them. My man's in them.
And these, basically a gay orgy. It was 4 people. I mean, it is what it is,
My theory is that it's all related to the occult. Like I said, if you look into Thelema, you would see a lot of these practices, a lot of even the gay hookups, that was also seen in Thelema as a rite. That's what they call it. It was a rite which represents, it's a ritual. They go through these degrees and they have to do certain rituals. And in Thelema is do what thou wilt, which do whatever your will and, manifest your desires, all that stuff that is taught in the New Age essentially now. So as I'm describing this, is it appearing like the religion of the music industry to you?
Definitely. It seems like that's the basis or maybe the foundation of it.
Interesting. And you know who Ab-Soul is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He made a whole album. You can look it up. It's called Do What Thou Wilt. And it was inspired by Aleister Crowley. All of the songs were rights within the album. And recently, he tried to end it all. I don't know if you heard about that back in 2022. Jaguar Wright was just talking about that recently on her last interview, where she mentioned, your interview with me and how you were exposing the truth.
Right.
So speaking about that, did you get to see the Jaguar Wright Piers Morgan interview?
I did. Both versions.
What did you think?
When I first saw it, I was so happy for her and I was blown away. And I was so happy that she crossed over to mainstream. And I really looked at Pierce like, okay, this is changing. We've now hit mainstream. But then to see that he censored his uncensored show was really, really disappointing. And he did it based on the lawyer of Jay-Z and Beyonce. Their words, like no proof, just their words that this is not true. Jay-Z and Beyonce have never, participated in anything like this. Jaguar Wright is not telling the truth. And Piers Morgan took that as face value and as evidence and decided to censor his interview, which he says is uncensored, was so disappointing. Like he's going off the word of Jay-Z, a man that is business partners with Diddy, with R. Kelly, and with Harvey Weinstein. He's going to go off the word of that man who has made his life and career off promoting explicit and violent and vulgar rap music. They're going off the word. He's going off the word of them, just words, not any kind of investigating. I was so disappointed because he could have taken a stand there and said, we're not censoring this interview, and prove it to us that you aren't this way. And I feel like a ball was dropped, and to see it censored was really shocking, And that's one thing that I'll say here is I've been watching academics stream Jaguar Wright's interviews and add in his commentary that
Big act.
he tries to be objective on, seems like he's being objective, but in my opinion, it seems like he's come to the conclusion that she is indeed, false, right? And that's also very disappointing. And he's just going off his own opinion and feeling, not talking to her, not being in the same room with her, not, really like exploring it. And that's one thing that, that I would like to say to academics is, bro, you can contact Drake and you can contact Future the Prince, and you can see when they last did a deal with me, because academics has got such a good relationship with Drake. He's an advocate for Drake. He speaks out for Drake. He's almost a publicist for Drake at this point. And Future the Prince. He knows both of them. He has direct contact and communication with them. I want academics to ask them if they know who I am and when is the last time that they have done business with me. And that is this year of 2024, right? Not 2023 or 2022. 2024 is the last time that Drake and Future the Prince have paid me to do a deal with them. So if I can touch the levels of Drake, and I should add a pause and a no Diddy to that. If I can touch that level, who is the biggest artist in the game, right? Until Kendrick basically broke him down. If I can go that high, then everybody else is also within reach. So like, I would like to challenge academics to, see if I'm telling the truth. And he can do that by simply contacting Drake and contacting Future the Prince and see my relationship with them and how I worked with them, and then start there and then go back. So when I'm saying Jay-Z's a cuckold, it's because I know that Jay-Z's a cuckold. If I'm saying that like facts, like almost to a situation where my roommate was being groomed and being vetted out and being followed to see if he would, if they expressed they were attracted to him, right? They expressed that they were interested in him, and they vetted him out. They were watching him, and he kept telling me, and I was like, no, bro, you're bugging, you're tripping. It's not even like that. Well, it was like that because they want to keep that secret. And that's just one of the things. And like what I've seen from Rock Nation and what I've seen from Tidal, like this isn't misinformation, that we are spreading. It's based on fact. And someone like academics who likes to speak down on those things can simply text Drake and can simply text Rock Nation and can get the truth that, yes, I was involved. And once up until this year, not last year, not 10 years ago, not 20 years ago. And this is one thing that I'll say about Jaguar Wright is a lot of people are saying, well, Jaguar Wright's last project that she did with Jay-Z was in 2021 for Unplugged, right? And
2001.
2001, yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
And she hasn't been around. Okay, but this is what I know. It's like, since I've done your show, and then from doing real life, from doing their podcast and from doing other interviews, the people that have come to me, the victims that have come to me and sent me information and sent me screenshots and sent me, their stories that they just want to speak to somebody because nobody believes them. If I've gotten that in 2 months since I started speaking out, imagine what Jaguar Wright, who's got a way bigger reach and has got a way bigger base, imagine what she has received from people and victims. And I'll talk to these people, and I know that she does too. And Jaguar and I haven't even spoke about this, what I'm saying right now. But if I'm getting this information from survivors and from victims and people who don't want it to be known that they've taken part in these things because they have families, right? They have careers, they have other things in their lives. They don't want people to know. They just want to express that because they see me speaking on like your platform and other platforms. So they'll speak to me. So I've been like, it's been so crazy the amount of people that have reached out to me. So I know that Jaguar is through the roof. So Jaguar is up to date and current and dealing with so many people, way more than I am. And it's very, very, very real and very sad that the stories that I've heard and the experiences. Now, some of it, you know, when I like, you know, go through the process and be like, you know, is this real? Is this true? Is this not? You know, but it's overwhelming the amount of information that I've got, you know, and the people who are related who are keep telling me to, you know, speak out. It's absolutely crazy. So I hate it when people say that she's not informed and she's just making up all this stuff, because I know that she is very informed.
You know,
He talking to you, BJ?
He's controlled media, in my opinion. And I only think he invited Jaguar on there so she can pile up on Diddy. Because my theory is right now, they made Diddy the enemy for the entire industry. So they're trying to pin everything on just Diddy. That's how they're washing their hands out of it. They're like, hey, Diddy did it all. Diddy's the monster. We don't do that stuff. It's only Diddy that does that. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
So it's like they're sacrificing Diddy because he's the one that's already in trouble with the higher ups from his deal with the IGO. I think that's the brand code.
Right.
But with academics, he's also controlled media as independent as he wants to appear. He's signed to Elliot Grange, which is the son of Lucy and Grange. He signed directly to Strange Music. That's why academics promotes Ice Spice, and he was a crucial part in 6ix9ine's career. So academics is not independent media. Academics is bought by the major labels. He's going to protect the major labels, and Jay-Z is one of those big executives that he doesn't want problems with. He knows what Jaguar Wright is saying is the truth. He knows it. He's just going to do his job, which is like what you did at one point as a publicist, is to protect these artists and build them up. He's not trying to build them down. The only time he went against Diddy was when Diddy was having issues, well, not Diddy, when he was having issues with Young Miami and the other artist, I forgot his name. So academics started going at Diddy, but I'm pretty sure he got a call about that. And you can see him, he's been trying to discredit just about every case that comes up with anything that has to do with Diddy or Jay-Z. You know, and specifically Jay-Z, he's going to protect Jay-Z. He's going to protect Drake. But we know why he does that. The only reason he's doing that is because he's paid by Elliot Grange and Lucy and Grange. Lucy and Grange owns UMG. UMG, Universal Music Group, is the biggest label and houses, if I'm not mistaken, it also houses Def Jam. Correct?
Correct.
And Rock Nation.
Correct.
So if Rock Nation and Def Jam both fall under the same label that academics is, technically he signed to his son's label, but it's his son's, it's Lucy and Grange's son. So he still has, some authority there. I can see why academics wouldn't be open to even take her seriously.
Right. Well.
Hey everyone! Interrupting your research with huge news.
Is it the new iPhone 16 Pro?
Just
Well, that's why I challenge him, because I'm riding with her. I know what she says. I know what she says is the truth. Is to challenge academics to simply make the call or make the text to Drake and Future the Prince about me and Rock Nation, and then it can never be disputed. And I wonder if academics would.
Hey BJ, you know what we do, dog. You already know we about to talk about Meech, and that's coming up. I got something for you though, but we gonna see. BJ. Y'all know BJ controlled the opposition. He worked for the CIA. That's why that nigga always in the chat. Y'all wonder why he got money. He worked for the CIA. BJ been working for. I did research on BJ. BJ been working for the CIA since he was like 16. He from Guadalajara, because his pops was in the army, and so he was in Guadalajara, and he became a special ops spy, a low level, and then he got recruited by the CIA. So y'all be careful with BJ, man. He can kill you. He can kill you quicker than Diddy AIDS. You don't want them Diddy AIDS.
Would say that. Okay, well, I spoke to Drake, I spoke to Future, and yes, he has been involved with Drake's camp now for 7 years. And yes, they just did a deal earlier this year where they paid me. So I would like to see that happen, because It needs to happen because Jaguar Wright needs some, she needs some respect on her name at this point because she's out there fighting the good fight.
Well, how sturdy were you before you were dirty, my guy? How sturdy were you before you were dirty?
It wasn't just even academics too. It was Teray. It was also DJ Vlad. It was like they were attacking her credibility. It's like they came out like they were sick in the dogs. Like, get them. They don't want no one talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Did you hear what Vlad said?
I did.
What'd you think about that?
I thought it was disgusting because Vlad would love to have her on his YouTube channel because he would get the most views that he's received in a long time. And that's what Vlad is about those views. And he is, I said this before on this thing that I went viral on TikTok the other day is Vlad.
Moment of silence for Vlad. Fuck you, Vlad.
Me being a white person, he's the reason why we're called culture vultures. And he likes to go at, it seems like over the last 2 months, he's had issues with 2 different women of color. So I think that really needs to be looked at. I can't stand DJ Vlad, to be honest, and his whole program. Like I can't stand the guy. Once again, I've dealt with him dealing with Slaughterhouse and Crooked Eye direct, and he's just he's a culture vulture in every sense of the word.
I recently just spoke about him, and I was doing a video on Jaguar Wright, and I put it in there. The fact that DJ Vlad admitted he was a Freemason, open as day.
Yeah.
On one of his episodes, he said he joined the Freemasons and that he never followed up, but we all know he said, I don't even think I should be talking about this right now. So it's, these are the people that they're sending to quiet her up. They have credibility because they have these large platforms. So you have Teray. I know he's a journalist, but I don't think he has anything really going on today. But I know back in the 2000s and stuff like that, he was more popular. But they have him come out. They have Vlad come out. They have DJ Academics come out. They have essentially everyone in media try to discredit the Jaguar Wright, even though Jaguar Wright was saying thing about Diddy last year, and everyone was calling her crazy. 1 year.
Hey, bro, when your lady try to quietly sneak and steal your charger, it's weird, bro. Tell her to get her own charger, chat. What the fuck wrong with this white lady?
He took mine.
Later, fast forward, he's arrested for the exact same things that she was saying. And no, they give her credit now, but now they're doing the same exact thing with Jay-Z. No, it's impossible. Jay-Z would never. Maybe she's saying this because she knows something that you guys don't. And maybe you should listen because if she was right once, there's a possibility that she could be right twice, No,
she's right. She's right, for sure. And even like Joe Budden, like when Star and Buck Wild, came out and you had her on the phone when she called in, and then he starts disrespecting her and cussing her out, saying the B word over and over again on air for his listeners. I was shocked about that behavior because
I wasn't, because I knew he couldn't top Jag. Me and BJ, we all watched that interview together, and we thought somebody was finally going to shut Jag up. And all he did was be disrespectful and curse her out. He ain't say nothing about what her topics were. Didn't speak to none what Jag going on with his bitch ass.
Because he could have got his point across without degrading her and calling her the B word over and over again. Like that's just not even there's nothing okay about that. And Academics and Joe Budden have both gave him a pass and laughed about this man being verbally abusive to a woman, calling her the B word over and over again. And that was really disappointing for me to see Joe Budden agree that behavior to talk to a woman like that is okay. That just lets you know, okay, these men cuss out their women, degrade them with the B word, because nobody's speaking out that a black woman was
Chat, my white woman don't even let me talk like that. I call her too many bitches in the sentence, chat. I gotta sleep with 2 eyes open. My girl ain't going for that shit.
Verbally abused on air, calling the B word over and over again. Everybody was just like, yeah, that's what she deserves. She's spreading misinformation. That's crazy.
But that's what they do. that's how they control the narrative. And you as a publicist, I feel that you should definitely have a good inside look at this because, like you said, they hired you to spread a narrative. They hired you to cover things up in the past. You know, this is how they control the narrative. This is how they control who gets in trouble, who doesn't get in trouble, what's okay and what's not okay. You go to people who are the voices of the industry. Academics is a voice of the industry. Vlad, however you want to look at him, he still has a large enough platform where people go to him for hip hop content. So essentially, these people are the voices, and they're easy to buy out. You know, you give them money, and they say whatever you want them to say. I don't think they're doing this because they want to. Maybe they're afraid of messing up relationships as well. But still, that's just still money. It's all money related. They're mouths that you can buy. And right. I feel like they're being sicked on Jaguar Wright.
Correct.
Now, in the last interview, we spoke a lot about Drake. Drake! And you don't have to agree or disagree. But from what I got from it, this is my opinion, I think that Drake might have had issues with you because you were working with his baby mother at the time. Mm-hmm. She got pregnant. She told you that she got pregnant before the world found out. You ended up on some magazines or some blogs or something like that of that sort where you were speaking about this pregnancy and you confirmed it before Drake had confirmed it. And then Drake also thought that maybe that information was leaked to Kanye's side because you had connections to Kanye through a good music artist, which is Sci-Hi the Prince.
Correct.
Then you believe that because of this incident, Drake might have made some calls, or someone in Drake's squad, or someone around Drake, or someone that maybe just a super fan of Drake. Who knows? We're not saying Drake did anything, but maybe someone close to Drake might have made some calls where you're from, had some people do what they did to you when you were essentially kidnapped in your own home, right? Or it was a home invasion and you were robbed and you were attacked. And would you say now at this point, is that correct? Is that basically what either Jaguar Wright was saying or what you believe now?
Yeah, so Jaguar Wright said that. Then you and I spoke about it. And then...
Chat, I'm just letting you know he about to get into Drake kidnapping him. Drake kidnapped this nigga. Damn.
Again, like after she did Piers Morgan and the interview that she did that's like 1.5 million views, she doubled down and brought it up again. And once she did that, people back home, because so many people are paying attention, that we're finally getting justice. So I'm going to the prosecutor. His name is Crit Cunningham in Kentucky. He's the one who, had the three people arrested and convicted. I'm going to have him look into the case along with the chief of police in Louisville, because it's so much out in public, to look into the case and to see if they can connect any dots into the investigation of Drake and his involvement. I'm going to do that. Like, I'm in the process of writing that, putting together all the evidence. QC. And that's something I'm definitely doing this week, because that's something that needs to be looked at, by the authorities. And with you talking about it on your show, with Jaguar Wright continuing to talk about it, it's reached so many people at this point that they're gonna have to at least look into that. And if there's something there, hopefully, press some kind of charges and get some justice here for that.
Okay.
Because at the very least, he taunted it.
Definitely no. And if he's involved in any way, then justice, you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? What happened to you?
Yeah, or if he funded my exes who got a super lawyer in Louisville that exactly. she could not afford for 2 years to come at me. Like, I couldn't even heal from the home invasion because they were right at my neck and they were right at my throat. Right, like very aggressive style. And I still don't know what that is to the day, but as I'm putting it together, as Jaguar mentioned, there's enough to go to the police to report a crime. And people will see that. People will see that when I report it and then I believe that it's Drake. It'll definitely hit the wire and people will find out that, you know, that I'm looking into charges against Drake for his involvement in the home invasion. We'll see where that goes. Hopefully it comes back as he had no involvement. He was just mad because I was working with Sophie, and that's why he made those claims and he taunted me, you know, in the.
So y'all look, Drake even got a case coming up. You just said it. You just found out right here on my show. Drake got a case coming up. I told y'all I had something for you, but y'all don't even be believing me. You should be believing me. That you don't believe me. I am the host that do the most fuck around, get your dumb ass smoked.
In that song. And I know I have a confidentiality agreement with Drake, and I know we did a deal earlier this year. But when I think about that, because I've just ignored everything for so long, when I think that Drake actually taunted me with this situation that has ruined my family, where I was duct taped and bound and pistol whooped and held in my home with my 14-year-old daughter, if he's gonna taunt that, then really at this point, it's I hate to cuss, but it is Drake, because I don't want anything to do with him. There's nothing that he could pay me, you know, to be involved with him, because he's taunting me in the worst thing that's ever happened to me, something that I'll never get over, and something that's destroyed the relationship with my daughter. And if that's fair game to him because I was representing his baby mama, then, I mean, you know, you're talking about one of the wickedest people in the world, you know? So hopefully, you know, I don't want to say anything and keep going, but just, you know, just leave it with the authorities and hopefully we can get charges.
Just to put this out there, if for any reason Drake was involved and it's related to a crime, NDAs are no longer valid.
Exactly.
We have to put that out there as well. So yeah, you can have an NDA, but if for any reason you were involved, Drake was involved in any.
Hey, chat. Drake tried to kill this little nigga. Drake tried to kill you, nigga. Drake tried to kill this nigga. Damn, Drake tried to kill that nigga.
Thing that could have been considered criminal against you. That NDA is no longer honorable. You can speak, but I'm not saying to do that now. I'm just saying.
Correct. Well, it's more about protecting Sophie.
I see.
You know, but I will tell you this, and I've never said this before, and this doesn't affect my confidentiality with Sophie, but I also heard that he was hiding a daughter then. So when Kendrick Lamar came out and said that, I was shocked, because that I heard that back in 2017. That Adonis was not his first child, that he had a daughter, and that Adonis has a sister. I heard that from being within the camp. And that's why I told you, like, you know, have academic.
Exclusive. Drake got a daughter.
Check me, test me, you know, any of those guys who claim they know Drake, you know, to see if I'm not involved with Future the Prince, if I'm not involved with his lawyer, Larry Stein, if I'm not involved with Drake direct. So I do know that I never met her, but I did hear that he did have a daughter, and I heard that he was a deadbeat. And from what I've heard from other people that don't like him, the stuff that Kendrick Lamar was saying in those disses were so powerful, and it's brought Drake to his knees so strong, is because it is so real. And Drake does have people around him that don't like him and that aren't happy with him, right? So they complain, just like if you and I, we work, you know, at a job, right? And we know that our boss is like foul and we hate our job, but it's paying us good money. We got to take care of our family.
I am here to facilitate the downfall of the Illuminati. Thank you very much. I'm the host that do the most. Fuck around, get your dumb ass smoke, make you hide that bitch, and pray to the Pope. Hey, y'all don't gotta stop. Y'all don't gotta stop. I'm here, baby. I'm here for you. Don't make me. Don't make me. I got this. I got this, goddammit. Let's go. Let's go, goddammit.
Families. You know, we're going to do the water cooler talk, and we're going to talk about, man, I can't stand that supervisor. I can't stand our boss and all those things. Drake has those people in his team and his circle right now that do not like him, that I think fed Kendrick Lamar some of that information because it's too true. You know, like, and then Kendrick comes out and exposes that, and that's why Drake has taken, you know, such a hit, because he just got hit with the truth, right? So I've heard about Drake's daughter since 2017.
Okay. Now, with the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar situation, I feel that a lot of the things that Kendrick said was basically already out there.
Right.
You know, the biggest thing that he said was that Drake was a PDF file. You know,
Right.
you know what that means. So
Right.
essentially, that was already pretty much, I've been saying that since 2021, that I feel the same way because of the video of him with the 16-year-old girl on stage, that even after he confirms her age, he kisses her and feels on her. So, you know, that's kind of PDF file behavior, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But the whole Kendrick and the only reason why I couldn't buy into that beef whatsoever, and I felt that it was highly manufactured, was because it came at a point where hip hop was very, very, very dry. You know, it was being reported that hip hop was having its worst year. Sales weren't coming in, and a lot of people say that why would Drake want that to be, you know, have been said about him? Why would he agree to a manufactured beef where Kendrick would say something so, you know, crazy about
Yeah, Drake a pedophile.
him? But that's the thing. Everyone was already saying that. Even academics. There's old videos of academics saying that Drake was into them young. He was joking, but there's videos of it because it was common knowledge. You know, I don't think it was anything out there, but
Academic snitched on Drake? Yo, chat, act snitched on Drake, chat.
I do agree that this backfired on Drake. You know, they definitely both made a lot of money. You know, Drake made a lot of money and Kendrick Lamar have made a lot of money, but who came out on top? Kendrick Lamar did come out on top, but I don't think that
Wow, pause. Come out on top? Pause.
Takes away from the label's involvement in this beef, because who benefited the most was the record label.
Oh yeah, they came out on top.
Yeah, they own both of the artists.
Correct.
Kendrick Lamar, people think that he's an independent artist, but he's not. He actually has an imprint through Universal Music. And Drake's best, you know, his baby father, if you want to call him that, is Lucien Grange, the head of Universal Music Group. So you know, they're both into the same groups. But I definitely agree with you that this did not end up on Drake's best. It wasn't something that I don't think.
Diddy Drake.
It went the way Drake expected it, you know?
Correct.
But I definitely want to see where this goes, because I know that you can't speak about Drake. I feel, and you could agree or disagree, I feel that there's more that you want to say about Drake, but you legally cannot. Can you agree? Okay, so.
And to protect Sophie.
And to protect Sophie, which it's an honorable thing to do, and I respect it. And it's honestly, I don't want you getting in trouble. You shouldn't get in trouble for saying the truth. It shouldn't be that way. But in this industry, that's how it operates. Would you say that that's common enough? People have to sign NDAs like nothing in the industry. That's just something that happens every day.
That happens when you go to parties.
And at parties too, they make you sign NDAs.
That's correct.
And what?
Whoa, don't go to the parties. The parties are trash. Don't go to the parties. You know what can happen? You can end up in the bathroom with Diddy and your butthole fucked up, and you end up like, damn. And every time your butthole get fucked up, it is not a mystery, nigga.
Can you tell me how these NDAs look? Like, what are they asking from you? Not to talk about the party?
Yeah, not to talk about the parties. They'll take your phone. You know, they'll put your phone in a bag, and you can't have your, you know, cell phone. That's why a lot of people are saying there's no, you know, evidence of the, you know, the Diddy parties and what's going on. Like, because you got to think those are huge events that he did almost nightly, and there's not a lot of photos out there of these parties. Like, if we're going to go to, you know, if you and I are going to go to a club in New York, there's going to be so many parties of that club in New York that people are posting, you know, to their Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And last night at Diddy's parties, you would lose your phone and you would have an NDA agreement sign at the door.
Is it the same with Jay-Z's parties, the ones that you attended?
Yeah, of course. That's honestly, it's common protocol.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about your publicist career.
Okay.
What would you say would be the most shadiest thing they made you do as a publicist? Publicist.
The Rihanna situation.
And why would you say that?
Because of just how it ended, and how it's like affected me for now 19 years.
Yeah, because I see people, they were like, oh, he's a liar because he admitted to, even though you literally told them you only said this because they offered you, and I found out what they offered you. Apparently, you don't have to agree with me. What I read online was that they offered to help one of your artists with a title deal or something of that sort. Now, you don't have to agree, but that's just what I read online, you know? Now, Rihanna, did you know Rihanna? Like, did you meet her?
I did.
And
of course.
Was she not like what she is today? Would you say that she was different or more innocent?
I don't know, because when I met her, she was very reserved, very quiet. And she appears to be that way too. It's just like kind of Michael Jackson-ish, like very soft-spoken, but then, when he got on stage, he became someone else. I think that's more of her thing. I think she's like a shy, introverted person. But when I was around her, like I didn't know, and there's that information out there as well, about Rihanna and about the publicity stunt, because I was supposed to fall on the sword completely and say that, that I didn't even know her, that I never even worked on the project, but it was too far out there and it was too far known, quiet. And she appears to be that way too. It's just like kind of Michael Jackson-ish, like very soft-spoken, but then, when he got on stage, he became someone else. I think that's more of her thing. I think she's like a shy, introverted person. But when I was around her, like I didn't know, and there's that information out there as well, about Rihanna and about the publicity stunt, because I was supposed to fall on the sword completely and say that, that I didn't even know her, that I never even worked on the project, but it was too far out there and it was too far known that, and it just like, it was so sloppy, it fell apart, because people have known, since 2005, especially like the industry people in the media.
You know what the industry people knew? They knew how many Diddy parties BJ been to. How many parties, chat? Oh, what's going on, chat? I was waiting on my sound effects. Yeah. So if anybody, who else been to Diddy parties in here? QC, you been to a Diddy party? Damn. Don't go to Diddy parties.
I have covered Rihanna at the beginning of her career because I was involved, right? So as far as if she's changed, I really don't know, because I don't talk to her anymore. I don't have any dealings with her. I don't know, but she seems to be the same person as far as like, very shy, very, it's kind of staying, even though she's in the limelight constantly, you don't see interviews from her or anything like that much,
Yeah. The only reason I ask is because I see Rihanna using the same symbolism as Jay-Z. I see her, partaking in like that same kind of lifestyle. And now there's even rumors that she might have been one of Diddy's, victims, or might have been at one of Diddy's parties. And there is photos of Rihanna at what appears to be a Diddy party. But, I'm not saying it's confirmed or not. It's just, right. I want.
And remember, Rihanna had her head shaved like Cassie. All Diddy bitches shaved their head.
I don't know if, like, when you met her, did she look?
Hey, would you be a Diddy bitch? Would you shave your head?
Damn. Like this regular girl, there's just like, there was nothing crazy about her. But like, because if you look at her today, you can see that she's she's definitely down with the industry at this point, you know?
Correct.
So would you say that when you first met her, would you say that they developed her into what she is today?
I just honestly, I don't know. Like my experiences with Rihanna has been nothing but very, very positive. And, and she seems like a very wonderful person. I really don't know. I've also seen some of the symbolism that you're talking about, but like I said, a lot of these things are so manipulative. It's like you get like a rack of all these different clothes, and it's like, hey, try one of these for the photo shoot. Your photographer will suggest, and you don't even realize what you're putting on. You don't even realize that maybe sometimes it contains a symbolism until afterwards, until people break it down. So I don't know, man. I like to think of her as somebody who is just a good person, and I think that I think maybe.
Hey, chat, did y'all see BJ at any of the Diddy parties? I just want to know, chat. Did anybody see BJ at the Diddy parties? That's a loaded question.
She's changing to more independent, away from the industry, and just really focusing on her family.
Sure. At the end of the day.
Hey, chat, as soon as that nigga said Rihanna, I was like.
I feel that Rihanna might be involved in some of the industry activities. I know that she's not the one that does the treatment for her music videos, but there's even a music video where she's dancing in front of a projector screen, and behind the projector screen, they literally flash the princess of the Illuminati. So it's just things like that makes me question these artists. And if, for example, I'll ask you this question. You are an artist right now. I sign you to a record deal, right? And you're just doing what you do. You put on the clothes, you record the song, you shoot the music video, and then you watch the music video over, and they add Masonic imagery or occult imagery in there, and they're making you appear as satanic. Would you just go along with it?
Chat, y'all ever seen that before? No cap. I never seen that before, chat. I'm gonna rewind that back. I have never seen that before.
Focusing on her family.
Sure. At the end of the day, I feel that Rihanna might be involved in some of the industry activities. I know that she's not the one that does the.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards.
Yep.
But did you know we also print these and those?
The treatment for her music videos, but there's even a music video where she's dancing in front of a projector.
Chat, look at this, chat. Princess of the Illuminati. That is crazy. Princess the Illuminati. That's crazy. Chat. That's crazy. Y'all think Rihanna little Beyonce, chat? Damn. Well, how y'all think it's gonna go, chat? Y'all think she finna kill ASAP Rocky, chat? Down goes ASAP Rocky in an Illuminati ritual of death.
Projector screen, and behind the projector screen, they literally flash the princess of the Illuminati. So it's just things like that makes me question these artists. And if, for example, I'll ask you this question. You are an artist right now. I sign you to a record deal, right? And you're.
Hey, gang, what all? Hey, Blaine, what the all white mean? That's the Orishas. That got to do with the shit Beyonce into. What that shit called? Not Sao Paulo or something. What Beyonce into? I know her god is Oshun or Ogun, I think. But Beyonce into Blaine, tell me what the shit called, man. Beyonce into like a voodoo type of witchcraft type shit. Her sister too. Hold on, chat. Let's figure out what occult Beyonce is about.
And you're just doing what you do. You put on the clothes, you record the song, you.
Hold on, chat. I'm telling you, I'm a good figure outer. I can figure it out really good, chat. Telling you, chat, I got this. And I fuck my boy Truth is too. Beyonce religion. Beyonce religion. Hey chat, I was trying to see what like if my computer can hear me. Hold on. No, that's not what it's called, Blaine. Hold on. EFA. It's called EFA. I figured it out myself. Look, I ain't even checked. I figured that out myself. It's called EFA. That's Beyonce's religion, chat. It's called EFA. Let's see if he's talking about it. It's called EFA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we finally found out the spiritual stuff that Beyonce actually believes. First it's just been like, what's going on? We know it's something. She believes in spiritual stuff, but we got down to the bottom of it. Right? Here you see Beyonce next to a deity, a goddess named Oshun. Now, first of all, let's go back to where we even got a lot of this stuff, and let's go to her lyrics in a song called, I believe, Forever, Mood Forever, something like that. You go down a little bit to about right here. Oh, oops. I am the Nala, sister of Naruba, Oshun, Queen Sheba, I am the mother. Ankh on my gold chain, ice on my whole chain. I be like soul food, I am a whole moon. So, Beyonce's been doing a whole lot of spiritual stuff. But now we just take a deeper look at some of these lyrics. And listen, people don't just write lyrics down and just say them if they're not true. Especially like people like Beyonce. So you look at this, you seen Naruba, Oshun, Queen Sheba, I am the mother. And that makes you want to take a deeper look, and I just happened to see this, honestly. I know I come across things, the Lord brings me across things,
just had
and
an epiphany.
I see it, and then I go deeper into it and look further into it. That's exactly what we did here. So
just had an epiphany.
You see this.
Hold on. I just had an epiphany. I'm going to show you something, and then I'm going to explain it. Now you understand that Beyonce is into ritualistic practices, right? Watch this, chat. Watch this shit. I'm going to explain this. I just went to pee. When I blew it up, I went to go pee. I'm going to show you something. Watch this. I had an epiphany when I peed. Look, chat. This is Beyonce fucked up at a basketball game. Watch this. The audio ain't even important. I want y'all to look at Beyonce, chat. Yo, chat, I think that's Oshun through Beyonce talking to Jay-Z about the bright lights in the game. This is my opinion. Just my opinion. I think this is why they say she in the Ifa and she in all these different religions. Here we go right here. Here she go, chat, when she started rocking her head. How the fuck Jay-Z grew dreads? That's what I want to know. That nigga on Basquiat dick that much? That one thing about niggas that like Jay-Z, boy. Niggas like Jay-Z ain't got no identity. They whole life, they steal some from everybody and try to make it look like they the originator and level themselves up from that experience. Jay-Z always been a style stealer. He had no mustache, having a whiskers like a rat compared to beans you whacked, and your man stabbed under made you take the blame. Your ass went from jazz to hanging with Kane to Herb the Big to Eminem murdered you on your own shit. You's a dick riding faggot. You love the attention. Queens niggas run you niggas. Ask Russell Simmons. Had to shit on Jay-Z real quick, chat. Let me get back to the business.
The whole Shun, the Queen Sheba, and you want to take a further look into it. So we went ahead and seen who Oshun was. Oshun is an Orisha, a spirit, a deity, or a goddess that reflects one of the manifestations of the Yoruba supreme being in the Ifa, oral tradition, and Yoruba-based religions of West Africa. She is one of the most popular and venerated Orishas. Oshun is an important river deity among the Yoruba people. She is the goddess of divinity, femininity, fertility, beauty, and love. She is connected to destiny and divination. River people. She is one of the most popular venerated Orishas. Oshun is an important river deity, river deity, right? And it gives us a closer look on, first of all, let's read about Orishas, right? Orishas are spirits that play a key role in the Yoruba religion of West Africa. So this is where Beyonce's diving into. This spiritual stuff right here. The Yorubas, the Orishas, the Oshuns, this is what Beyonce's diving into. Make no mistake about it. I'm about to show you. We're gonna go a little more into it. This is just surface level stuff that we have right now. I just find it really interesting because a lot of people were saying things like, and trust me, Beyonce was in the church. you know, and they'll see things like, no, Beyonce is this, Beyonce is that. Listen, it's possible for people to get so blemished into something that they start believing it. And I believe that's what happened with Beyonce. Because, you know, a lot of songs that Beyonce sings, she doesn't even write the lyrics, but she does give people a part of her life and they write it. And a lot of times these people might go even further deep into things that she doesn't even know about, and then she ends up singing it and coming into agreement with it and going deeper and deeper down that hole. So the Orisha people are spirits that play a key role in the Yoruba religion of West Africa and several religions of the African diaspora that derive from it, such as Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Ricans. Preferred spelling varies depending on...
It's not diaspora, it's diaspora. Okay? All right? It is not diaspora. It is diaspora. Okay? Let's find the word that he just... Diaspora. Right here. Diaspora.
Depending on the language and origins, preferred spelling varies depending on the language in question that derive from it, such as the African diaspora that derive from it, such as Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Ricans. Preferred spelling varies depending on the language in question. Orisha is the spelling in the Yoruba language. Blah, blah, blah. According to the teachings of these religions, the Orishas are spirits sent by the... According to the teachings of these religions, the Orishas are spirits sent to the Supreme Creator, Allah Mer, to assist humanity and to teach them to be successful on earth. Rooted in the native... Listen to this. To assist humanity and teach them to be successful on earth, rooted in the native religion of the Yoruba people. Most Orishas are said to have previously existed in Urun, the spirit world, and then became Arumole, spirits or divine beings incarnated as human on earth. Arumole took upon a human deity and lived as ordinary humans in the physical world. This sound familiar to you? Physical world. But because they had their origin in the divine, they had great wisdom and power at the moment of their creation.
It does.
So this is what Beyonce's on. Whole other ball game. To assist humanity and teach them to be successful on earth, rooted in the native. Interesting. And this gives us a better idea, right? When she came up with the whole lemonade thing and she was in water. In water praying, right? Not only that, but it looked like a birthing was happening. Am I wrong? Looking at her old self, right? You know how babies are in water. A birthing was happening, a dying was happening, a ritual was happening, all in this video, all at one time. This is the same poem that she was talking about plugging her mint. Look at that. Did you hear her? And plug my minties with pages from the holy book. And look at this. Still in the belly, still in the water. And then what happens? The water breaks, birth happens. To who? Who does birth happen to? Who is Beyonce now? Who? Let me get a guess. Oshun, could it be? Oshun could it be? It's a strong coincidence. That's a strong coincidence. I'm just throwing out, look, I'm throwing it out. You can pick it up. You can pick it up. Hope y'all got eyes to see and ears to hear, because you can pick it up. That's exactly what's going on here. A birthing happened, a death happened, a whole ritual happened right in our face. Interesting. So this is what Beyonce is a part of, the Orishas. The ultimate guide to African Orisha deities and their presence in Yoruba, Santeria, Voodoo, and Hoodoo, along with an explanation of Dilagun divination. Now we got a clear example on what Jay-Z meant when he said, I told my wife the spiritual stuff really works. But then in another verse, he said, Jesus can't save you. Well, isn't that interesting? Super interesting to me. The problem is, what they're trying to do is this. John 17:21. That all of them may be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I am in you. May they also be one, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you sent me. If it's not Christ, if it's not grounded in the Lord, it is darkness, pretending to be light. The word says even Satan masquerades around like an angel of light. Now you got different falling ones, falling deities that have fell from a place of holiness, confusing and deceiving these people, telling them that they can be their own God, telling them that they want to bring them into a place of divinity, successful divinity, without the truth.
Without the Lord's truth.
Just perverting what the Lord wants to do for his children. Because what happens is these falling ones go to these people, tell them this, tell them that, tell them how, you know, they're goddess and gods and stuff like that, right? And they start really believing it. And coming into a place where they believe it, they believe that they're their own God. And they summon these ancestors. And they make them feel power. All of that. Imitation of what the Lord actually wants to do with his children. The Lord wants to get us to a place where we come into perfection, where we ascend into divine knowledge, into perfection, put on the mind of Christ, take out this carnal mind, this carnal understanding, and become one with the Lord. Period. The Lord wants us to become one with him. With the Lord thy God. That all of them may be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I am in you. May they also be in us. Do you know what that means? That means the Lord wants his children to get to the point where when people see his children, they see him. The Lord wants to get to a point when people see a child of him, they see God. That's where the Lord wants us to get. Listen to me. How can I put this to y'all? This is me, right? Let's say this is me, this is my brother, and this is you, right? Let's say this is Christ, right? Christ just wants us to get one with him, right? Now, if we are in Christ, and Christ is in God, when you see us, you don't see us anymore, you see God.
You shoot the music video, and then you watch the music video over, and they add Masonic imagery or occult imagery in there, and they're making you appear as satanic. Would you just go along with it, or are you going to stand up and say something? At what point is it you standing up to it, or you just going with the flow? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think it's both. You kind of go with the flow, and then maybe you question it, and then you think these people are your friends. No, it's not that. It's really about this, and it's really about that. You know, it's so manipulative, and it's so hidden. It's such a shady business, you know. But all that honestly from her, all that comes from Jay-Z. Jay-Z's such into witchcraft and such into symbolism that it's just crazy. And I think that's his influence. That's his input into her career.
And I agree, because she was only 16, but like, that's what I'm trying to say. At what point do you stand up and say, I'm not doing that, I'm not comfortable with that, I'm not a Satanist?
Right. I don't know. I don't know. I think, man, like I said, like it's so highly manipulative, and even if she did say that, I'm sure he's got a response.
Okay, you know, and I'm not trying to push on you. You know,
no, I understand totally.
I dig for the truth, and I don't have emotions when it comes to finding out the truth. That's why I feel I don't attach myself. The truth is the truth. I don't like anybody. I don't like any artist. I don't have any love for any artist. I love humans. I love people. I love everyone, and no one gets away with it in my eyes. If you are involved, I'm gonna call you out. And if you want to clear things up, you have a million times bigger platform than me. And I've already had issues with Kanye West in the past. Early on my YouTube career, I exposed the same imagery and the same things about Kanye West, and I got a manual copyright strike from his team. It was literally his record label listed. It wasn't a content ID, which is what literally happens when you use someone's music video or something. This was someone on his team. The same thing happened to me when I spoke about Tupac. I had a manual takedown, and it was the craziest thing because it was from the man who took Tupac's last photo, which I don't even understand how he managed to see. The video had like 60 or 50,000 views, and he apparently saw the video, and it listed his name. I looked him up. It was the man who took the last photo of Tupac in the car with Suge Knight. So I got a copyright strike for that. You know, I feel that I'm going to call out the truth, you know, what I believe is the truth, no matter what the cost is. And I comprehend that you have a relationship with Rihanna, and you didn't see anything like that, so I respect that. And we can move on to the next question. While you were in the industry, nothing like this ever happened to you before? A different artist that didn't like something you said about them, a story you ran about them?
Never.
When Jay-Z, when you had said that about Jay-Z and Rihanna, they didn't try to threaten you or reach out to you, attacking manner?
No, I was part of the team.
Okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, because you were working for Rihanna. Rihanna was signed.
I was working for her team. Yeah, I was working for her team.